Good morning, everybody. I am going to delete that other assignment that's in there. For whatever reason, now the questions did not match up with the video that it was supposed to be attached to, and I think it's because the other video was supposed to be attached to is no longer available. So we will adjust that. Um, this will be the replacement assignment for that. I will give you an extension, I'll give you some extra time, as well as applying a little bit of extra credit to either this assignment or overall whatever for a little bit of the time that was wasted trying to figure the other one out. So I will compensate you for all that stuff. I appreciate your patience. But what we're going to look at is what that video is supposed to be on, an intro basics of online safety. So I will address a bunch of stuff. The last slide on this presentation is a bunch of questions, and you'll be responsible for answering, responding to those. Um, I may do things similar to this moving forward, a bit of a presentation, whatever, from myself, and then questions based on that. So let's kind of go through this. When you do answer the questions, the normal stuff, I want complete sentences, um, at least one full sentence for each one. Some of them may require more than that for a response, but just make sure you fully answer the question and do it appropriately. Looking at online safety, online safety is refers to precautions individuals should take to protect themselves while using the internet. Um, like I've mentioned with some other stuff, this wasn't even a thing when I was in school. Not until later into high school, end of high school type time, that people actually significantly used the internet and threats were actually out there. Um, Staying safe, though, it's going to prevent the theft of personal information, financial loss, avoiding harmful encounters, basically anything negative or bad that can come from your time on the internet. And that could be from using things like Snapchat, social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever your preferences are, up to checking your email through school or doing research. Where and how you have to protect yourselves. Information that needs to be protected: your full name, address, phone number, where you go to school, your password, social security number. Um, if somebody gets any combination of some of that stuff, they can now get everything about you, and it becomes much easier to ruin your life, take your money, um, whether it's through theft. Some people use blackmail type schemes. You name it, it's out there. So simple things to do: only share information on trusted platforms. And I'm sorry, but TikTok and Snapchat and Facebook and all those, they are not trusted platforms. Um, whether the platform is decent or not, we know there's been controversy with things like TikTok. Um, but even Facebook, okay, everybody uses and trusts Facebook, but do you trust every person that's on there that's viewing your stuff? And I would hope your answer is no, I don't trust them all. And then the key that what you post, it's permanent. I know the PowerPoint here, the slide here says it may be permanent, but it is permanent. It may be found again, but just know that anything you put somewhere on the internet, somewhere online, it's saved. It is saved somewhere, and it can be brought up again in the future. First thing to think about is passwords. Um, Strong passwords are going to save you. Using a mix of letters, numbers, symbols. Don't use common words or phrases. Don't make your password your name. Don't make your password your dog's name. Things like that can be guessed very easily. Um, I'm assuming now, I know for myself, I have probably 20 different websites where I have to have passwords on them. Through work, personal, banks, everything, they're everywhere. So using unique passwords for each of them is key. If you use the same password for everything, if I want to take your financial information, I just figure out your email password. Now I know everything. Now I can get into your bank. Now I can take your money. Now I can do whatever. It leaves you open to get hurt. So using unique passwords for each one of them. You can use password managers. Um, Google Chrome does help with it some. Um, this LastPass, Bitwarden, or other protectors with passwords. That way you can use multiple on different sites and you don't have to remember as much. I know with my phone, I got all my stuff stored in there and it uses, the facial recognition. Looks at my face to determine if it's me who's trying to get into the passwords. Phishing scams. It's what I mentioned in the other presentation. Something that we deal with a lot at the school is people trying to get information. If they can get into one of our accounts, then they can gain access to information about all of you, your families, or where you guys live, because that's all stored in our system here. So we are constantly being tested, constantly being trained on what to look for. Um, and it's basically just someone trying to trick you into giving them sensitive information, and they're going to pretend to be somebody that you know, pretend to be somebody that you trust. Look for things that say like urgent, must reply now. You know, within there you're going to find misspelled words, generic readings, unfamiliar links. Typically, they come from sources overseas because if they're here in the U.S., then it's easier to catch them, bust them, do all that. Overseas, even if they get caught half the time, it doesn't matter. They're just going to disappear and, go by a different name. But realizing that they're overseas, you can look for the misspelling of stuff because English isn't their first language. Look for how things are worded. If it's worded in such a way that, hey, Americans don't speak like that, we don't put words in those orders, it might be a warning sign. Some different examples are going to be things like verify your account details and notifications from your bank, or hey, you won prizes, things like that. Keep an eye out for. Social media. This one I think is more important to you guys because this is where most of you spend any amount of time using the internet. Um, check your privacy settings. Control who can see you, see your personal details. I know with my Facebook, as far as I know, none of my students are on there. Because that's me and my life outside of school here. It's not stuff you need to know. It's your business. So I keep those things private. You might be able to see my account. You might be able to see my face, my name on it, but that's it. I don't share any more than that with everybody. Be smart about what you do to share. Posting locations, vacation plans, sensitive images. If I go on vacation this summer, I'm not going to be posting videos and pictures the entire time I'm on vacation saying, hey, look, I'm in Mexico having a great time. Because then now my house is not occupied because I'm on vacation. When I get back, I might post my vacation pictures and say, hey, look what I did last week. I had a lot of fun. So timing is very important. Oversharing. Public posts can be seen, saved, and shared by anyone. We see this all the time in the political spectrum. Somebody that's all of a sudden being considered for a new job, new spot in office, um, and now a post that they made 2, 3, 5 years ago, all of a sudden is being brought back up. So be careful with that stuff. Cyberbullying, it is a concern. Just this year I've had to help out multiple students. It's using a digital platform to harass or threaten people. It causes emotional stress, affects mental health. The key, block and report it, keep records, reach out for help. Cyberbullying doesn't just stay online. That's where I usually end up having to step in and help somebody, is when it crosses over that line to, hey, this is something online, to, hey, this is something real life, real in person could be happening now. So keep an eye on that stuff. If there's ever issues, speak up, get help. Avoiding malware and viruses. Malware includes viruses, spyware, ransomware, things that harm your devices or steal your data. Most of them you're not even going to know that they're there. And that is the whole point of them, is that now it's recording your keystrokes, meaning everything you type on your keyboard. Within that, now they know who you talk to, what you say, all your passwords, your login information, everything that you do on your computer, and you don't even realize you're sending it to somebody. To prevent things like that, downloads, links from things you don't know, sources you don't know and trust. Using an antivirus software. I know typically we buy a computer, it comes with some free software, and nobody updates it, nobody does anything. Keep track of that stuff. Keep it updated. There are free antivirus sources out there. Shopping online. This is one that has gotten many of us. I bought my wife a sign thing for anniversary last year, I believe it was, a year before. Um, Looked like a decent site, thought it was a decent site. Ordered this gift for her weeks before her anniversary. And within the several weeks between when I ordered and our anniversary, my debit card was charged multiple times for hundreds of dollars. Fortunately, my bank looked out for me and they rejected all of it. And they protected me, but it doesn't change the fact that my card information was out there. Somebody, turns out, had hacked into that website. The people who sold the product were not the shady ones. They were not the ones stealing information, but they didn't have proper security themselves. So somebody got into their stuff, which means somebody got access to my payment information. And then on top of that, the gift wasn't even delivered until like 6 months after our anniversary. Look for things like the HTTPS, more likely to be a trusted site. Doesn't always mean it'll be perfect. The padlock icon up in the search bar shows a secure connection, means somebody else isn't spying in, watching in on that connection right now. Use secure methods like credit cards or digital wallets. Like I said, with that one, I use my debit card, which has I believe it's a MasterCard logo on it. And as soon as things started looking shady, my bank put a halt on everything, contacted me, told them it wasn't me, and they protected me, refunded me all the money, took care of it. Red flags, and this is one I should have seen. Deals are too good. If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Unusual URLs, no security indicators. Keep an eye out on that stuff. Responsible online behavior. You look at what is a digital footprint. It's any online actions. They leave a record that affects future opportunities. Like I said, we see it a lot with these people that have been appointed to a political office, that somebody political has appointed them to something within their staff, and now all of a sudden something they said on Facebook 6-7 years ago is being pulled up and they're being questioned about that now. So you guys are in high school. Your opinions, your views on life are going to change. And over the next 5-10 years, I don't think you want to be judged for everything you thought and believed at 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. Keep that stuff to yourself. Putting it out there means it's out there forever. When the consequences, inappropriate content, it can kill your reputation, affect school or job prospects. We deal with this on like a yearly basis, honestly, every year. Somebody sent some inappropriate pictures to a boyfriend, to a girlfriend, to whoever, thinking, oh, they won't show anybody. They will. Like, I don't mean to knock whoever your significant other is, but they're going to show somebody. It's what happens. People break up, people have fights, people have disagreements. Some people just suck. And they're going to show it to other people. We're going to show it to more people. And now it's everywhere. And now you got to come into school knowing that this stuff has been sent around to everybody. And we don't want you to have to deal with that. At the same time, it's not always just looking out for yourself. Be respectful to others. Be mindful of all online interactions. So just being smart, be a decent human being. And looking at some resources, cyberbullying helpline, support and advice for handling cyberbullying. Even the okay to say works. I've had a student just this week come to me with concern, saying, hey, someone's threatening to do whatever, come see us. We can help. Myself, Mr. McClinic, Officer Ford, people like that can get you the help you need. Um, StaySafeOnline.org. Good resource for online safety, digital privacy. I encourage you to check it out. Local resources, especially since you guys are here in the school, use the school. If not the school, you got the police department. You've got people that can help look out for you legally and protect you. Um, you don't have to accept whatever. You don't have to be okay with bullying because it's online. You don't have to be okay with threats because it's online. No, it's the same as in person. You don't have to deal with it. So here's your questions for you. Um, not too much, not too difficult. Like I said, about a sentence each, and that'll be sufficient. I will post this video here today. I'll give you an extra several days to get the assignment turned in. And like I said, I'll probably apply just the extra credit points to this assignment when you submit it. So if you submit this on time, submit it before the due date, I'll apply some extra credit for you for any time that could have been wasted on the other assignment. Other than that, like usual, speak up. Let me know if you need any help. Don't be afraid to tell me if something doesn't add up. I will do my best to make sure everything's good for you.